Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you can hear me. Uh, Welcome back to Inside Movies Galore. And my name is David Stregi, and I love talking about films. And I have a review of a film from 1989, 1990, around that time, which was executively produced by Charles Band under his Empire Pictures label. But it was directed by Stuart Gordon of Reanimator fame. So what's interesting is that it was distributed by Sony, but it worked with Canon Pictures and had an MGM label on it. So it's definitely a unique. There's the picture of the DVD. It's got no extras. And I know a couple of years ago, maybe about 2 years ago, it got a Blu-ray release. But if you know me, I'm not into Blu-ray, and nor will I ever recommend it for anyone. I really don't care about Blu-rays. But anyways, the film is set in post-World War III, and it's like this film was like the Pacific Rim of its day. So we have a character by the name of Achilles, who is played by Gary Graham, who we will know him as being on the television series of Alien Nation as Detective Matthew Sykes. Will also know him on Mantis as Captain Ken Hetrick. And we will also know him from Jag as Captain Tobias Ingalls. So, in any case, he's been through. He's even played part of Star Trek Enterprise as Ambassador Soval. So, we definitely have an interesting cast here. So, but I mean, you have an arena that evidently there are no wars, but there are these games, and they're televised through for these people. The people that you see are the people who come to the arena and stand in the stands, and they wear stuff that looks like garbs that like Israelites would wear, except they wore hospital masks. Evidently, probably something to do with the dust. Well, anyways, there is a big battle that is supposed to go down in Death Valley, and like I said, Gary Graham plays Achilles, and Anne-Marie Johnson from Melrose Place, she plays Athena. Paul Koslow plays the opposite opponent, who seems to cheat and so on and so forth. So, his name is Alexander, and I believe he comes off as some kind of a Russian kind of dude. But you have Robert Sampson, who plays Commissioner Jameson, and you also have Danny Kamakona, who plays Dr. Matsumoto, who engineers these robot jocks, electronical engineer of some sort, something to do with the computer sciences behind putting these the weapons that have to go into these robots, which the humans control. So, and Achilles is uh, a champion of sorts. So he is well known for his winnings, and so he goes up against Alexander, and evidently somebody has been um, telling the other team exactly what weapons have been upgraded, and that's where a team member by the name of Tex Conway, which he's kind of a Texas good old boy, played by Michael Aldridge, uh, and he he's got a sense of humor on him, but he's got a cold bloodedness to his character, where where he is found out by Dr. Matsumoto to have been the person to have uh, been telling trade secrets of the weapons upgrades to the other team. Well, um, he Tex kills the doctor, and in the battle that Alexander and Achilles fight against each other, there are about 300 bystanders that are killed in the battle that he goes up against. So he witnesses the deaths of these people, and it scares him. It scares him so bad he wants to retire. Well, there is a group of young people that have been gene spliced into knowing no fear and showing no human emotions, so that they can be the best fighters on earth. And these are the trainees that are training to try to become the best of the best. So these people are watching the character of Achilles, and they look up to him as a hero. Well, one of them is Athena, and she wants to learn from him. She obviously looks up to him, and she doesn't understand why he would just suddenly, turn from being the hero that she thought he would be. I mean, he said he was going to retire after he had seen all these deaths, and um, she challenged him basically, and in a sense, he started to care for this Athena woman, and she was very mannish looking, but he believed in luck. So it was definitely different, having a female that had no emotions whatsoever start to feel things throughout the movie. You could see that. But that being said, as to the robotic, robotic movements, I thought the special effects in here were actually decent for its time, at least for a live action human trying to control robots. I mean, granted, some of it looked fake, but some of it actually looked kind of cool. It was like seeing Transformers and Pacific Rim before seeing them. If we wouldn't have had this film, it wouldn't have given way to films like I said, Pacific Rim or Real Steel or films of that nature, where we can use robotics that are controlled by humans. Except in this case, you have an old gladiator type setting in a world that kind of you know lives on watching the spectacle. So I thought that the characters well thought out. I thought the some of the techniques. I mean, there are some things that if it had not been shot the right way, it would not have worked. So I thought that this was a relatively decent robot movie. Um, I mean, it was fairly believable. You had characters that were had some backstory to them, and I thought that some of the characters in the hierarchy definitely had some depth. So I enjoyed this movie. This movie was fun. It was entertaining. I don't know what it had at the box office. I don't really care, but I thought that it was entertaining, and I hope that others will go back and watch this if they can. I know that there's a mindset out there in the young minds out there that any movie that is like from 1989 is old and it's not worth watching. Well, these movies were definitely ahead of their time. So, uh, uh, but in any case, hopefully you enjoyed my review. I enjoyed watching the film. I just picked it up today, or not just picked it up today. It just came in the mail today. So um, it was definitely unique seeing it again. I think I've seen bits and pieces of it over time. So um, definitely check out more of my reviews, like and subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed listening to my babbling, and enjoy the rest of your day. Um, definitely glad that I got one of these Charles Band executively produced projects out of my system. So